There we go. Sorry if that froze on a weird face. This is yesterday's hair. I tried some refresh. I am so excited. So hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, sane artist, but we're playing with makeup. I'm thinking I don't know, I'm a sane artist. I'm staying a sane artist, but I have been playing with a lot of other makeups. I have another product on its way that I've been watching and seeing it for a long time, and it's that Dibs contour stick. It's double-ended. I actually got it at a really good price that was actually more affordable than Saint with the coupon code. But I had a coupon code from an influencer that I took advantage of, because you should, and I think it was $28, but I did end up having to pay shipping, so maybe it was the same price-ish? I don't know. It was a little bit of a break by a couple bucks. But it has a contour side and a blush side, and I'm excited to try it. I've been playing with a lot of products, and I was sadly disappointed with one, and that was the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I was so excited for that one. It makes me not want to buy the Charlotte Tilbury one. But hello, good morning. Okay, I've got new products to try, and guess what? I finally found... I thought I lost these at a wedding I did this summer, and I just now found it while I plugged in a little. I need more light. It's so dark here today. I don't know if you could tell with the lighting, but I have another light. I need to get updated lighting in here. Hello, Suzanne. And so I'm just going to wait for people to get on. We know I'm in this new weird pocket where there's degenerates that pop in here with crappy comments. They do disappear once the live is over, so that's nice. There's one right there. Okay, so I use the hide user from the channel so they can't ever come back if they get all weird. Okay, but it's almost Halloween. I got my bat earrings. I've got two. I've got a little bat and a big bat. And I've got my scary cat. I got this at the grocery store yesterday, and all that was left was an extra large, and I said, okay. Anyways. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. I got my bat. I like bats. There was a bat sweater. It was open front. I didn't like it, so I went with Scaredy Cat. Okay, we're gonna be playing with some new products. I'm so glad I found these tweezers. I've had these since I stole them from my mom when I was 16. They are the best tweezers. I have two here. I have Saint's tweezers. They're not good. And then these ones, and I don't know what makes this better, but it's better. I don't know. I think it's less pointy, and that might be nice. Okay. Hello, Minnie. All right, we're gonna get started. These are my Monday lives. They're long, they're fun, and we try new things. We have conversations. We talk about makeup, and we talk about self-esteem and self-worth and why we wear makeup, because we wear makeup for us. That's it. We're not here to impress anybody. I'm here to show. Nikki is, what is it? Nikki Tutorials. That is my favorite. All right. So, gosh, she's great. Here's my thing. I wish I could do makeup like her. I wish I could do makeup like a lot of the big YouTubers. It's just, I have an appreciation for the art of makeup. I don't feel like there's a lot of people out there that do the art of real makeup. And I don't mean makeup isn't real, but like where you can walk to the store. Hi, Vanessa. All right. But that's my specialty. I'm not high glam. My skin is going to look like my skin. I'm going to show my skin. I've got stuff. I've got touch of rosacea. I've got acne scarring. I got hyperpigmentation, darkness under I've got stuff. Okay. So, while I love makeup, I like showing women how to wear makeup as, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to sell myself short. I just think I'm in a specific demographic where I'm not high glam. I'm high daily. That probably sounded weird. I like everyday makeup. That's real makeup that you can wear every day, and showing technique on how you can wear your makeup every day. teaching makeup. I don't know, because some people, they weren't always into makeup and now they're getting into makeup. That's amazing. And makeup is meant to be confident. It's a confidence builder. Makeup, as shallow as it can sound, and I don't care, it has pulled me from the dark. Sometimes just getting dressed, combing your hair, and doing your makeup can brighten your day. When you walk by the mirror and you feel good, that's why I wear makeup. I want to walk by the mirror and feel good, okay? And I've been in some dark places, and when I was in my dark place, I was sitting there in my pajamas, not getting myself ready, and eating an entire bag of Lay's barbecue chips every day in just deep depression. I'd watch Cold Case every day. My son would come home from school, and one day he's like, "Who died today?" Because it was Cold Case, and he knew I was watching it with my bag of Lay's barbecue chips. To this day, I can't eat those. They just you never smell something and it takes you back to a time. Barbecue chips take me back to a dark day. But when I finally was like, okay, I can't let my kids see me like this, I started getting ready. I'd go and I'd get out of the house. I'd do my makeup. I'd get dressed. I'd go through a coffee stand just to get out of the house, have a little engagement through a coffee stand because I don't want to walk in anywhere. But just doing those little things got me out of the dark, and putting my makeup on was one of them. And that's because makeup is for us and it's personal. And I like to show makeup for every day. Okay, now that I'm done talking, I am going to do my makeup. It is the last 4 days with the eyeshadow of the month, Spell. By far, I would say this is the most used I've ever used of one of the shades of the month. I think I've used it every single day because it's just fantastic. When this is over and we're on to the next color, which is Frost, I will miss it, but I will be using Philly. Philly is my hands down favorite. It grabs very easy. So if you don't want something that's gonna pick up super easy, Spell is your jam. So this is Spell, and then this is Philly. So you can see they're pretty close. This is brown. Some people say, and I think it's because it's close, it's right next to Fig here, that it has a bit of purple to it. It's true brown. It's true brown, and it's so good. Mine has a different texture on it because I touch it with a wet brush, because it's my eyeliner also. But that is Spell, and this is super soft Philly. But as I said, it picks up really simple, but this will be the color I'm going into next. All right, so we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna do my eyes first like I always do, and I wanted to do something really simple. I'm not doing a Halloween look. I'm doing everyday makeup, but I thought it'd be fun. I'm gonna throw purple into the mix as my eyeliner instead of Spell. I'm gonna be using Spell and keeping it so simple, and then I'm gonna grab As If because it's a fun purple color. If you want to be Beetlejuice, here's one of your colors. This is such a good one. And then we have some great greens that go with it. But I'm going to use this as part of my eyeliner. I saw this look and it was so pretty. I didn't see this was saying, I saw it on just like Pinterest. I like looking at pictures, watching tutorials for inspiration, and then taking that and making it everydayable. I am your everydayable makeup. Okay, we're gonna get into my primer. Where did I put my primer? Guys, my desk is a disaster. Desk is an absolute disaster. And I can't find, oh, wait, nope, that's not it either. Oh, for crying out loud. I was running late today because I had to run home in the middle of drop off. I had to drop one kid off, run home, and then go take the other kid to school. All right, so where's my eyeshadow? Oh, there it is. It fell. Bam. I've got so many things, but I tried this Halo Glow and it made me not want to try Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury is almost $40 for just a contour, and I don't like that. Okay, say hi to Bailey. Hello, Bailey. All right, we're gonna get into this guy. This is my ride or die now. I can't do my makeup without it, especially my eyeshadow, because I have very heavy brow skin. And I get discoloration from my lash primer. I've been using Babe Lash, really good lash serum. I love it. They even have a brow serum as well. You don't want to use lash on brows, two different kinds of hairs, I guess. Okay, let's put this on. This is the color Candlelight, and I pop this on, and And I'm gonna do one at a time just because I talk so much. And then I use a BK Beauty. Both of these are linked in the description of this video. This is gonna cancel discoloration. Lash serums often add discoloration, but this also gives you a really good surface to work with. Doing your eyeshadow first, especially if you are mature or maturing, is going to help give you a more youthful finish of your makeup, okay? Larissa, hello. And having a more youthful finish just means you're not letting these browns and these burgundies, these darker colors that you may grab, which anything darker than here, if it falls into your makeup, it's going to overshadow. It's going to accentuate fine lines under your eyes. It's going to hit this cheekbone and it can accentuate this trough, this shadow. And it can, when you smile, you already get fine lines. I mean, I'm about to be 44, and I have things coming in. I know I'm not where everybody is, but nobody's where everybody is. And when I smile, I would notice in my pictures that my eyes just looked more mature and it was driving me nuts. And so I started doing my eyeshadow first, and I noticed that it was my eyeshadow falling in and creasing with my makeup. All right, going in on the other side, but you could see it just cancels everything out, gives you a nice blank working surface. Bob Ross taught us that. Anybody remember that? Bob Ross always started his canvases with a fresh coat of paint on the whole canvas to make it blendable. This is gonna set, and then my eyeshadow won't crease all darn day. It's gonna be fantastic. And that's, you can touch up your makeup, but touching up your eyeshadow is not one of those things I like to play with. One of the things I noticed with traditional makeup is I just like Saint better. I use Saint makeup. It's cream based. It's nice. It lives with my skin, works with my skin, moves with my skin. And that's what makes a difference for me is I want my makeup to last more than 2 hours. I use my favorite Charlotte Tilbury traditional foundation. I do like it. I like Saint more. And then I did the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and in 2 hours, my makeup was trash. When I say trash, I had crack lines, I had gathered, I had my furrow line here, my hey, go clean your room line, that all had crack marks. I couldn't reset it no matter how much I tried to press, and when I was trying to reset things, instead it was coming off. And so then I had red marks because my skin was showing through, and I'd been rubbing the skin trying to reset my makeup. It wouldn't reset. My pores were accentuated. I looked so greasy. And then up in my hairline area where I put the contour, it had settled into, they aren't pores, but your hair holes. I don't know where my hairline is. Everybody has hair that, whatever. I had black dots from the contour. And it was just 2 hours later, my makeup was so bad. And that's where I was like, this is why. This is why I was always trying another foundation. This is why. Okay, so now that I've got my primer on, I'm gonna do a base. And I like using a pink base. Everybody's is different. I'm using Paris. It's a light pink. And I'm just gonna set this over that primer as a blendable powder surface for my eyeshadow. Powders blend best on powders. And so I'm setting a base that isn't going to change any of the things. All right, so just taking this, you can use cupcake, any color, any neutral color you can use. It just depends on your skin tone. All right. I don't understand these dental questions. No, I have not. I wanted braces. I didn't. My chiclet teeth are mine. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit of drift, and I'm just gonna pop that up here. It's one of those little differences that I notice, but it just adds a little sheen that can add a little illusion of lift. It's like high heels for your brows. Okay. But we're just popping that up there. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take Philly out because I always accidentally dip into Philly. And yeah, I don't wanna do that today. We're gonna grab a nice small brush. I'm gonna play with a couple things. I finally got the Aquaphor sticks. Oh, sugar. I have those to try today under my eyes. I might do one eye balm and then the other eye with the Aquaphor. Somebody in my Facebook group said that it was either there or here. I'm not, they melted it into the tin and it's set. So you can do the Aquaphor and you could take one of your old tins. Like I have an old oak that's about done. And I could put some Aquaphor in there, melt it, clean this out obviously, but then you could put it on your stove on simmer. You can message it or melt it in, and it will set, and you can put it in your palette. Okay, I am going to take, I want a little brush. I'm gonna use a demi brush. This is the bright brush, and I like it because this end right here. And I'm gonna go extra light with Spell, very light, and I'm gonna pop this. So I want to work with this. So I'm going above the crease, and I'm staying on my brow bone, and then I'm gonna pull this outward and upward, just like this. This is gonna add some lift, and it's gonna hide the fact that when I turn my head, you see how this comes down? It's going to hide it a little. It's gonna give the illusion that it's not there as much. Okay. Hold on just a second. It is what it is. Okay. I've heard a lot of really good things. A lot of people said that they used the Aquaphor before balm, and then they tried the balm, and both are good. I think I paid $8 or $9, and it got me 2. I should try melting it. I'm gonna clean out that oak tin, and I'll give it a whirl, but I wanna see how it works with Saint. But I'm just using this little end of, this is a great eyeshadow brush. It has the fluffy end like the eyeshadow. If you have small eyes, a lot of people say they don't like the eyeshadow brush because it's too big for their small eyes. I got the BK Beauty, and it's the same size, if not bigger. This just gives you a little bit more of a point. It's obviously longer and fluffier. Okay, let's see. We're just grabbing this, and this is all I want to do. I'm going to take this fluffy end with nothing on it, and I'm just going to blend it around. Never underestimate the power of a good blending. But that's what I'm going for. I'm going for light. If you're going for a Halloween look and you want a bold lip, I always say it's kind of like your legs and your top when you're midriff. You got to pick one to show. You don't show more than one. I learned this I went to the Air Academy. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's not like military, it's for travel. And they had this firm rule, like if you wear a skirt, you have to wear coverage on top. Obviously no midriffs, because they were trying to teach professionalism. They were also very firm on shoes. Open toe or open heel or open side, but only one. They were you couldn't have an open back, like a strap. You couldn't have an open side, open back shoe. A shoe. And so it was just teaching professionalism this was back in the 90s. Anyway, that's kind of how I work with my face. So if you want a bold eye, go neutral on the lip. If you want, and I also pick one bold, like blush, neutral, neutral. Eyes, neutral, neutral. Lips, neutral, neutral. And that's kind of my rule of thumb, and it's probably an old, I don't know, I don't think it's old, but I don't think you don't want to be, I don't know. That's just how my psyche works, I guess. But we're just grabbing this, and I like using this little fluffy brush because it's not going to pack a punch, and it's easy, but I'm just going straight out and building. Spell is like a buildable filly. That's what I think. I think it's a buildable filly. And I'm just drawing the outline here, and then I could take that fluffy brush and blend it out. And then I'm just trying to see how it all works together, and I'm bringing this up higher. Okay. So again, I have a good, this side is better than this side. This side hits the lash line a little more, but I am going to be using purple for my eyeliner, and I'm not going to really use any shimmer. But this is going to give me some lift. Okay, there we go. I have no idea how this is going to work out. And then I'm going to go in with my etch brush. This is my favorite brush for when you're doing eye detail, favorite brush. And I'm going to use the small end. I'm going to get the brush wet. And I'm just trying to use this one up. Okay, is Spell going away at the end of the month? Yes, it is. I thought it was just a highlight for what particular color. Spell is this eyeshadow, and it is only available in October. So it will be gone on November 1st. It may be back at Christmas. no guarantees. I don't know what's coming out on Black Friday. I find out next week. And I'll have a subscribe, turn on notifications. I do prioritize my customers first, and then I prioritize my YouTube because that's my home. Okay. That's where, this is where I thrive. All my people are mainly from here. Okay. I'm going in, I put some setting spray on here. I prefer using setting spray over water because it has more staying power. It's gonna help it stay better. I know a lot of people say drip a drop of water. I'm not doing that. I think it can soup it up. Okay, Black Friday is not about giving the people a discount. It's about quadrupling their profits, probably. And it's worked pretty good. But at the same time, if you're on a budget, that is a good time to buy things that you want. So if there's a deal, there's a deal, and I'm here to tell you about it. And if you don't want to partake in it, don't. Okay. Okay. You loathe discounted stuff. Oh. So typically on Black Friday, they discount available items like brushes, apparel. Their leggings are pretty great. I don't think that they're worth the full price. And so I only buy the leggings. It's kind of like Lululemon. I won't buy that. I bought one pair and they're my least favorite pair. I'm not, unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but I do like Saints leggings and I wear them to the gym, but I only buy them during Black Friday because I don't think any legging is worth more than, I don't know, Amazon pricing. So if they're available at a discounted price, I hold out once a year to buy myself a pair of leggings. I don't even buy two, I just buy one at a discount. It's not the end of the world to not get them in February. And so I take advantage of the sales because, you know, kids are expensive, so I buy things at a discount. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So there's that. And then there's also holiday fun. Anyways, not going to yuck a yum here. Don't yuck mine. Okay. I'm going to go in to As If. Pretty purple. It's a shimmer, but it doesn't fleck high. It looks more of a color than a shimmer. And I'm gonna grab a little palette here and I'm gonna do my favorite little wing here, but I am gonna go all the way across with it because purple is fun. But this brush gives you so much control. Oh, you don't like discontinued. I know. That's the fun of the shade of the month, I think. But here's my thing. If you don't like that, Philly's always available. And it's the same. I don't know if you're in my Facebook group, but if you're in my Facebook, if you're not, go join. In the description, I have everything linked. My Facebook group, my Instagram that I'm barely on, this shopping, items that aren't Saint. I don't get paid off of those items. If you see a link for lashes or any of that stuff, my favorite shaving cream, that I get a little bit of. A little bit, but it's good. Anyways, most of the stuff that's on there I don't get paid off of. They're just items I really love. But what was I saying? Philly in my Facebook group. I did an eyeshadow and it was a happy accident. I accidentally put Philly on one of my eyes and I meant to put them together, but I accidentally. Anyways, I asked if you could tell that people could tell the difference. Nobody knew. And so if you feel like you missed out on spell, you didn't. Just go get Philly. It's the same color. It just picks up a lot easier. That's the only difference between the two. Okay, so grabbing some more. I like to build and go, but I am gonna bring this all the way across very lightly. And then once I hit where my lashes stop, I come right up to the edge here. But purple is so pretty for brown eyes, for hazel eyes, and I just work with this and I build it out as much as I can because I do think it's a beautiful color. And then out here, I'm going to thicken it. I'm not going to thicken all the way across. I'm keeping it thin I'm keeping it thin halfway and in, if that makes sense. I like thickness of my eyeliner on the outside because it gives my eye a little bit of lift. And then I just build and work with it. But I'm trying to think, but the etch brush is an easy brush to work with. And if you really want it extra precise, you go on this side, but I'm gonna save this side for my eye. But I'm bringing this down. I am gonna bring this under my eye. Purple just brings out a different kind of shade to my brown eyes. I have really dark, I don't know if you can tell, but I have really dark brown eyes, and sometimes purple can lighten them. And I'm not gonna bring it to the inner corner because it looks like it's shrinking my eye, but I'm gonna mess with that after. Okay, so coming back over here, and I'm just going to work with that little wing. And I'm going I typically don't go all the way across like this, but with the purple, yeah, what's Diwali? I think, is it Indian? Educate us. But love to know. I'm just gonna work this, and a lot of eyeshadow tutorials edit down. It takes a long time sometimes to get things to go just so. But don't underestimate the amount of time it takes to blend some things and how long it takes just to line a darn eye. But doing your eye makeup first is a habit to start, especially if you are over, I would say 30, because everybody matures at a different rate, and what matures is going to be different. For some people, it's around the eyes. My eyes started maturing in my 40s. I think so. I think you want a brush that has the ability to be very thin. You can stamp with this end. This is a really great shader. You can use this to blend out, to smoke out, and to eyeline. This is my favorite eyelining brush. I like it more than the line brush. And I also, because the line brush only has one end, it's an angle, I just think I don't think it's a one-trick pony, but I like the ability. And then there's the multitasker. When it comes to eyeliner, the edge brush is my favorite. But I'm just gonna keep working with it. It's also time. I've been playing with eye makeup for a long time. Stamping is what I've noticed works the best, and then I can start building this up. But I try to stay within, again, I'm quite hooded out here, so if I go too far into my crease, then what's gonna happen is it's gonna pull my eye down, and it's gonna cut it off also. Okay. Let's see. Going across, building it up, and then again, bringing some purple under the eye. I think it's easier to clean up under the eye than it is to add things. But again, if I were to have my cream makeup under here, even Tarte, it's gonna catch fallout, and it's gonna mix, and it's gonna accentuate my fine lines when I smile in pictures. And we all smile in somebody's picture, right? We'll see how this works out. I'm really unsure about it. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the square end, and we're gonna use our main highlight. You can use a brightening highlight, an extra bright. Blue eyes. I've seen people use all sorts of things. Orange tones are really pretty for blue eyes. Pinks are really pretty. I think mauves, Lullaby, I think Revival is really pretty. Kin and Eve are the same color, so either one of those. So yeah, all right. I'm gonna go into my main highlight on the square end of the brush. And I'm just picking up a little bit. It's not dolloping, it's just a little light. Okay, I need to do that. And we're gonna waterline right here. Actually, hold on. I asked because you have a scar in your lash line. Makes it difficult to achieve a perfect eyeliner. Ooh. I want to see a picture so I could try to help. A picture would help. A picture would help a lot. I'm going to waterline the top first. I'm going to use my Maybelline Tattoo Studio, and we're going to see how this works. I had a lash, I think lashes also help, so mascara is going to help. I also think, I don't like what I'm seeing so far, full disclosure, but I saw this, I wanted to try it, and I'm going to give it to the end, and then I can start tweaking and messing with it if I still don't like it. This seems a little Halloween-y to me, and I'm not a big Halloween-y person. But this is starting to change the brown in my eyes, that they're warming up. Kind of cool. And I'm gonna grab my pen. I don't think I need my pen, honestly, so we're gonna skip that. All right, I'm gonna grab my mascara. I think lashes and makeup will change the entire look of an eye. Every time somebody's like, I don't know about this, I'll say, go put on mascara, and then we're gonna mess with it. So keep that in mind. But we're gonna take that cream highlight that's the same color as my skin, not lighter, and I'm gonna waterline, and then I'm just gonna stamp under my liner here, and we're gonna bring this down. We're gonna fix some discoloration, and we're also gonna push in some of this purple and help smoke it out. And then I'll use my finger to tap. And this is gonna clean it up a little bit, and I just want to, because it's messing with the crease, keeping it within that little creaseroo. Okay, but you see how it just cleaned things up a little bit? I have, all I have right here is Paris on my lid and Spell, and then this dark eyeliner is As If, a purple color. Okay, grabbing that color again, that main highlight, and we're gonna waterline across, and then again stamping underneath, sharpening that eyeliner, and then also shaping the smoke. I like a smoky eye, but I can't smoky eye like I used to. And so this helps my maturing lids look a little more youthful. The way we did things when we were in our 20s, I don't know, I talk to women who are maturing. 20s are not my demographic. But I liked how my makeup used to look in my 20s, and I can't make it look that way because my skin doesn't look that way anymore. And so changing a few of the things, like I don't like to line all the way up to my outer corners anymore, has helped me still achieve the smoky eye that I like, but still keeping my eye looking youthful. Okay. It's right on the eyelash line. It's waterlined. It's that waterline between the lashes and the eyeball. How well does it stay on your waterline? So I do my upper waterline first, let it set for a little bit because the Tattoo Studio does set. Okay. Sorry, now we have to, I don't know. Somebody's probably trying to call. I hate that. Everybody knows. So how's my Zoom? Because every time this has somebody call, it freezes. So I just need to know. I like to crop out my door and my ceiling and my light. I know that's out, but I just want to make sure the zoom's okay because I do like to zoom in so you guys can see my skin. And that's what's important to me. So now we have to recheck. Zoom is fine. Can you see my door? It's so stupid. Makes me so mad. I know who it was. I bet it was my sister. She chronically does this every single time. You have to apply from underneath, so under the lash line. You can do that and then just take the etch brush and just touch up after you do it. Okay, no door, no light, no ceiling. Yes, okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna add my mascara, Babe Lash, whatever. I have one to try. I just don't like opening two at the same time. But I did get the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. These scare me because they have, sometimes they can fleck off, and I don't like that, especially when you have cream makeup. Okay, with the scar, that's what I have to, oh, with the scar, okay. Sometimes correcting, okay. God, I really want a picture. Will you message me a picture of your face? But, sorry, I'm not here to talk about my teeth. We're gonna put on some mascara. Okay, it's a pain. Here's the thing. You know what else is a pain? My scarring, my hyperpigmentation, my under eye, it's a pain. But can we work with it? Yes. Meet your skin where it's at. It's okay. I have these two deep pores, and I think they're from chickenpox, actually. I have two chickenpox scars that look like deep pores on my nose. They are what they are. I don't fill them in. It's part of my face. There's nothing I can do about it. and it's okay. Okay. Yes, find me on Instagram. If you have Facebook, in the link is my Facebook group. You can't, I'm trying to think. If you click the description, there's an envelope at the top of my link tree to just direct message me, and that should work too. Okay, grabbing this. Yes. So click the description and scroll to the bottom, and that's where I have like my Instagram and my Facebook and that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put some lashes on. Again, I have a company that has asked me to try their lashes, and I said yes. And it's been 2 weeks and I still don't have them. I'm about to message them and just say, I don't mind trying your lashes, but is this a standard wait time for lashes? Because if that's the case, I can't share your stuff. I'm not sharing lashes that take 2 or more weeks to get here. I mean, it took them, I think, a week just to ship them. And in this day and age, that just doesn't work. Look at how much better it's looking with mascara. Anyway, I feel like this one's running out pretty good. I have to reload a lot more, at least twice. But I'm filling up the base like I always talk about. Filling the base, wiggle, 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 volumizing my lashes. You can buy the mascara that says it's going to volumize. You still have to build up the base. And so you just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle at that root and then pull up. You can follow the full lash, or you could just stop when it comes off of the lashes because, you know, lashes curl. You don't want to wiggle and leave, otherwise it's going to get clumpy. We don't want clumpy. And then let that side tack up while you apply this side. But always, if you have fine lashes, just trying to build up a bit of thickness at the base. It helps with eyeliner, giving your eye some shape, and it also helps give your eyelashes the fullness. But you just don't want to turn them into tarantula legs. So having a mirror where you can get up in your biz. Saint does still have a palette too available, and it is the handiest thing. I keep my blotting powders in one, and the blotting powder is one of my top picks for October. There's a few things. The Plush and Prep Mist, all-time favorite. The Plush and Prep Mist with the blotting powder has been the biggest change to my makeup. It's helped my makeup last all day. When I go to wash my face at night, no makeup looks the same at the end of the day, but by far it looks a bazillion times better than traditional makeup does at the end of the day as traditional makeup does in 2 hours. I was so upset. I was getting ready to walk into the grocery store, and I just happened to check my makeup because I knew I was wearing different makeup, and I was like, I can't. I was on an app called Marco Polo, and I was Marco Poloing my friends' app, having them look at what I did not want to go into the grocery store. And if I had had the time to come home, change it, go back to the store, I would. I felt that insecure in my makeup. And I live in a small town. A small town. All right. You ever seen? Yes, I have used fiber mascara. I did not like it. I have used it. You put like a coat on and then you put the fibers on. I didn't like it because the fibers would get in my eyes. I did not like it, but I did try it, and I tried the full tube. I just could not. Okay. All right, mascara's on. It's looking a little cleaner and a little better, and now we're gonna get into our makeup. I have been using my little poof here. You can use. I prefer a beauty blender. But for the life of me, I can't find one that's just right here. I want one that's right here. Oh, is there one in here? That would be the best. And I also think I need to learn how to do traditional makeup again, I think too, because I'm out of practice. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, I prefer these over the poofs for what I'm about to do with my setting spray. But these are the Saint ones. I used to talk about the e.l.f. ones a lot. They raise their prices. Okay, what seems a little weird? What seems a little weird? So I'm gonna use a dry beauty blender. I'm gonna take my Plush and Prep Mist. Let's find out what's a little weird. Am I pixelating? Am I out of photo? Do I need to reset my Wi-Fi? Which takes me like a matter of seconds. Oh, the fiber mascara. I just found that the fibers would fall into my eye, and I didn't like that feeling. And so, yeah. I also felt like I could get the same finish with some mascaras as I did with the fiber. But yeah, it was a fun little party. I went to like a fiber mascara party and it was fun. Okay, I'm gonna take my Plush and Prep Mist. I like this more than the Fixate. This one, my makeup with, so for a couple of days, I used the Fixate setting spray with the blotting powder, and I found my finish and my long wear was better with Fixate. Or not Fixate, I'm sorry, Plush. Sorry, I can't. But I'm gonna spray this on the butt end of my beauty blender here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let it absorb a little bit. And then you can go, and I feel like you get the most out of your spray. I don't like spraying right on my face. I just felt like I wasn't getting, I had to spray so many times. I got 3 here, and I have plenty, and then I'm able to put this all over my face. And this is gonna help get it into those creases, that under eye. This stuff is so good. This one has hyaluronic acid, and that works really well with discoloration. I like it. Maturing skin, hydration, but Fixate does as well. I just think it overhydrates my skin, and then I look greasy. And I want, when you're messing with creams and you got oily skin, okay. What I'm using right now again. Okay, so I've done my eyes. They're just light. I'm thinking of doing a red lip. Should I do a red lip to talk about how to do a maturing skin red lip? You can do them. You can. All right, we're gonna go in. I'm using the Plush and Prep setting spray, and I sprayed it on the butt end of a beauty blender. Any beauty blender works. This is Saints. It's great. You also get this handy little tin. I mean, I use the heck out of these. It's holding pencils right now. Anyways, Q-tips, the things. Okay. Yeah, set that over here. Then we're gonna do this. Okay, do you find using the blender gives less? I think it doesn't matter if you spray your face or use a beauty blender. I don't think either make a difference for the longevity of the makeup product. So that doesn't make a difference. I find I only need 2 to 3 sprays on a beauty blender, whereas if I'm spraying it on my face, I'm like, this stuff's expensive and I want it to last. I've had this I do my makeup a lot. I do my makeup every single day, sometimes twice a day because I share about the makeup. But I'm almost halfway through my bottle, and I got this at the beginning of the month. I think that the reason I've gone through so much is because I was spraying my face, and I will at the end, but I don't think you need to spray your face at the beginning. You're using twice the amount that you need. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. All right. We're going to go in, and I'm going to open up my Aquaphor. I do still have my chickens. They're going through it though, man. I don't know if they're molting. My poor chickens. And Ross. Yeah, they're still here. They are still here. I have 12 now. Well, 11 girls and a Ross. We were never supposed to have a Ross, but I still got my chickens. I actually have to go to the feed store today to buy some more bedding because my new chickens, I call them, they all look the same. There's one called Diamond Head because my daughter named her Diamond Head because she had a diamond when she was a baby. And then there's the lightest colored one that I named Becca because I just wanted to be like, Becca! We can't, the chicken light, okay. It's right here. My chicken light. It's right here. I still have it. I just don't have it plugged in to work. It's right here. My chicken butt light. I still have it. I keep it right here. And I love my chicken light. My chicken light. Anyway, the crazies kick off all the bedding and want to lay on just plain old wood. And guess what else they do? They poop all over it. And it is the worst. Chickens, man. I'm sorry, I can really go to town talking about chickens. All right, let's feel this. Let's get my balm. All right, we're gonna feel this one. I'm gonna grab some balm. feel like it doesn't feel as slick as the balm. I'm not gonna stick to eye this. I'm gonna use my finger. Huh. It feels, yeah. Huh. I like it. I like how it feels. We'll see how it applies with my makeup, because that's the reason for the balm for me is my creasing and my texture. I have crepey texture on my soft tissue area of my under eye. And so I'm trying to reduce that by using the balm. I feel like it takes more to put this on. Okay, on this eye, we're gonna use Saint Balm, and this just slaps right on. This picks right up and slaps right on. And I'm glad that this pack came with two, because you could have like an under eye one and a lip one. This one is just, I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna go in and I'm gonna grab my Frenchie for my under eye. Let's go in. So, that feels so different. It feels lighter and thinner. This feels slicker and greasier. And that's Saint. So far, let's grab our mirror. Balm has a little more of a sheen, I'm finding, when I'm just like, maybe it doesn't. Guys, I don't know. Anyway, this is gonna be fun. 0.17. Let's check contents. Where are they? Tell me you're 44 without telling me you're 44. I can't read the bottom of the tins without readers. Okay. 0.8 more grams here. You get, they're both, this is 4.8 and this is 4 grams. 4.8 grams, 4 grams. So it's 0.8 more grams here. And you can put it into the tin, and I will try it, and I'll have it up and in my palette by next Monday. Works well, but if you are prone to milia near the eyes, it can cause them to form. What is milia? Tell me what milia is. I'm gonna have to Google it if you don't tell me, and I don't have time for that. Okay, so I've got my Frenchie under my eyes, and then I wanted to try, because I saw somebody use it today in my makeup group on Facebook. Okay, say it looks bad. It looks, to me, it looks the same, but yes. Okay, I saw that somebody used, now it's not available, and I know it can burn some biscuits, okay? But my eyes, actually, this is, I'm gonna use this on my hyperpigmentation today. Those white dots. Oh, the white dots. Okay, who has 240 credits already in their account? Because if you do, this palette you can get right here. I never said I needed makeup. Every Monday, every Monday. But this palette you get with 240 points. And you can add it to your order if you have 240 points. And that's pretty easy. Okay. They are difficult to remove. I've had one. I think I had them when I was pregnant. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But this modular palette is so nice. It's not a throw in your purse palette, but it is so handy. Okay. So I'm going to say the same thing, because I feel like it's not something I like to ignore on my lives when somebody says I don't need makeup. I never said I need makeup. I never said I was ugly. I said I like wearing makeup. I like the look of makeup, and I like how I feel with my makeup. And that's all makeup is it's for me. Okay, so I'm going to grab my blend brush maybe, or yeah, I'm going to use my blend brush. Here it is. Blend brush, and we're gonna go into Audrey, and I'm gonna use this to cover my hyperpigmentation. This is my bad side, so this is the side I'm gonna use. I'm also gonna use it over my scarring and my rosacea, because wouldn't it be nice if you didn't need to? Not a lot of people have this, but if you did get it and you don't know what to do with it, you can use this under your eyes as a brightener, and maybe I'll do that too. But we're gonna go same way I use it, suede. We're gonna go over. It muted the red really good. Oh, I know I tried this under my eyes and I felt like it was too light and it created, oh, wow. I feel like, let's put some right here. I feel like this color could be moved around. Who got Audrey when it was available? Again, I'll find out if it's going to be released. Look at that. That is handy. You know what? I'm going to say I like this more than Demi because Demi's so point to point. I did just a Demi video, I think I posted it last week. Somebody asked me to do all Demi, and I did. And I pleasantly surprised myself because I find Demi to be kind of hard to work with. Thank you. Makeup needs you. Makeup doesn't need me. All right. So this is nice. You know what? If you want to know makeup look, and you just want to walk out the door and go to the store, this would be good just to sweep over and go pick up some takeout. Like, hey, like me this weekend, for instance, I'm going to go in on the small end, and we're going to go right here and see what happens. If you are dry around your nose, that balm would be super handy here. If you find that you get textury around your nose, this would be handy for there. What? What? Okay. I love Britney Spears. Oh, I love Britney Spears. Anyways, I don't know about this Britney Spears. That's Britney Spears. I love her. It's so hard to just like quit her. And I don't want to, but that girl, she needs a new friend group, man. Okay, so I'm bringing this pretty high up to cancel out some of the darkness I have right here. This is kind of a does so many things for so many things, you know? Okay. I kind of want to start all over with my under eye. Look at that. I love geeking out on makeup. I'm a little washed out. I'm gonna say that. I look a little washed out, but that's what the rest of my makeup's for. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see. So the thing with Audrey is it's also pretty dense. I don't know if you can see, it's a matte finish, but it is pretty, it's not as dense as suede, but it is a pretty dense color. So when I saw that somebody used it, I was like, I gotta try that because I remember it being very dense. So it is Audrey. It was a shade of the season, I think, or a shade of the month last year. They do pop it in here and there, like during Valentine's Day, maybe during the holidays. Love holidays. You guys, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I can't wait for Halloween to be done. Oh. I am so ready. I am so ready. I'm going live in my Facebook group on Friday because I go live in there every first. And I feel like going over like tips for being a guest. Oh, I've got some. And my Thanksgiving table, it's going to be so good. I even think I'm going extra and I'm going to reset my table for, I do love bats. Oh, I love bats. No, I don't love bats. It's just a history I have. We used to get bats in the house. It was a whole thing. There is a whole highlight reel on my Instagram to the bats in the house. It was heavy for a while in this house. Okay, no, I don't skip Thanksgiving. So this year, my daughter's birthday is December 4th. And so this year it lines up really easily with Thanksgiving. So I wear, I have a bat costume for Halloween that I wear probably every year. My kids hate it. It's cozy and warm. Go look up bat costume on Amazon, and there's this coat, and it's like you can wear a full like outfit underneath, and this thing zips up like a fleece. It's got a hood, it's got fur, it's got, oh, love it. It's the coziest adult costume ever, 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 ever. Okay, but when her birthday lines up perfectly with Thanksgiving, which doesn't happen very often because you know it changes, we clear our living room out, take all the furniture out of our living room, and we bring in 3 5x5 tables, and we turn our formal sitting room into a formal dining room, and I geek out on it. Like, go to my Instagram and follow me, because November is by far my hottest month on Instagram, because it's the only time I want to share anything. But I have a hard time sharing personal stuff, and that's probably why I don't Instagram a lot. Anyways, I am able to re-clear the room on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and I can turn it into a birthday room. So I always rent extra tablecloths, and we're gonna do a fun little like movie slumber party. Anyways, I love Thanksgiving, but Christmas starts the weekend after, and I'm excited for that too, because I have rules. I have rules for kids and rules for your adult kids, because I have an adult child and all that stuff. Okay. Anyways, we need to do our makeup. I always end up being on here way too long. Okay, but that's my Monday lives. We know this. We know all of this. Powder brush. It's been my favorite. And with me using Audrey, I just feel a little washed out. I feel a little pale. We're going to go into, I think I want to contour first. I'm trying to do my makeup. I'm sorry. We get caught up here. We're friends. Okay, I'm going to use Cedar Contour. It's one of my favorites because it works really well with hyperpigmentation. And mine's muted down with that Audra, which I love. So I'm going to do my contour first. I like showing things in different orders. Okay. So, I'm going to go into Cedar first. And using this flat dense brush, it's good for traditional makeup. It's great for cream makeup. It's a good brush. Okay. My lives, we go everywhere. We were just talking about chickens. I mean, I love my YouTube community. So we're going to take this flat brush, and I am going to come over here. If you don't feel like your contour goes on like this, go melt your contour, and you can use a flat iron. Be careful, they spill so easily. I find out. You can use the warmer of your coffee pot. You can use a skillet if you have a gas stove, all on simmer low. Or you could just put it, I have a glass top, so I just use the glass top on simmer. I just shared a reel about it, or a short about it. It's so easy, but once you remelt it, it resets it, and that's it. So, and then once you do that, because I just melted mine on Friday and it made it extra creamy. I cleaned out all the gunk. I mean, we're dipping a brush into it. But this is foundational coverage. This color, Cedar, it has a touch of warmth. It's cool. It's not overly punchy. It goes well with hyperpigmentation, but also it's foundational coverage. So it's 80% pigmentation, which is far more. It's twice as much as Merit. It's 60% more than using this guy that settles into your hair follicles or whatever they are. But I have a stick contour coming, the Dibs. I'm going to try it this week, and I'm going to try it with Merit. And it has blush, contour, and then I'll use Merit. I'm going to try it not with Saint. But again, this is about 40 per. Merit is a little more than twice the price, and it's a little more than twice the price and half the pigmentation. Do what you want with that. Okay. What's the contents? Oh, shoot, this is so small. I like giving information. This does have a lot more grams, but I do think you'll use twice as much because the pigmentation is less. But we'll see when I try it. Okay, so grabbing that Cedar, and I already have it on, but it gives a nice, it warmed up my skin from washing it out, and now I'm going to take it and I'm going to put this on. So I have my, I am not going into this natural shadow. I'm going to go above it, right on my cheekbone. Just go right on the cheekbone and then bring it up that temple to meet where we brought this one down. And don't come in past the inner corner or outer corner of your eye. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just like that, okay? If you're new to contouring, don't think you have to. You see people that draw those straight lines. You don't have to. Just put this on, just like this. Oh, the sun's starting to come out. Yay! Who knew Oregon had sunshine? But I'm just putting this on like a blush, and it ends up blending into that natural shadow. So that's why you start above it, because if we went into it, it would pull it down. But we're also going to tidy this up a little bit. When I use Cedar, I don't find I need bronzer because it has that touch of warmth. And in the winter, you know, you don't need to. But as you get older, I mean, again, I'm in my 40s. I'm in my early 40s. I'm about to be mid-40s. But hello, Alexis. But I just noticed my makeup was sitting different on my skin, and I needed something that was going to work and change with my skin. And I truly think I like a dewy finish, but creams, you could do Merit, you could do OG for a god-awful price of over $60 for one foundation color, Saint for $16. But creams seem to be the best place to go when your skin starts changing and your foundations are just cracking and moving and settling, and you can't reset them. I used the Hydroflex, and when I tried resetting it, it also came off, but it didn't just come off in an area. It looked like chipping paint on my face. We don't want that on the tip of our nose, on our chins when we get red, especially we don't want that, okay? I'm gonna use my finger on my nose because I get a little bumpy right here, so I'm just gonna take that cedar. We're gonna start on that inner, everybody's nose is different, but I just draw 2 straight lines right here. We go down, and then we're gonna just square it off. Makeup is not hard. We make it hard. Don't overthink it. This is not perfect. I'm gonna turn my whole nose brown. I focus the color here. Take this as technique. Don't look at it as the product I'm using. Look at it as the technique I'm using. So if you're anti-Saint, this is a technique you can take with any cream makeup, okay? This is not a technique you can necessarily do with a powder because it just doesn't move the same, all right? Yeah, makeup is not magic. Makeup, not magic. I can change the shape of my nose, the shape of my eyes with makeup, but my eyes are still the same shape. You cannot take away texture because, again, makeup, not magic. That's why my channel is called Makeup, Not Magic. You can do so many good things. I'm taking my brightening highlight. You can do that. You know what? Let's do this with a main highlight because a lot of people think you have to have that brightening. You don't. If there's something you're looking to shave off of your cart, say you feel like you've overloaded it, it happens. Skip the brightening. Skip the brightening. That's the one you can skip. I think if you're going to skip something, you can skip the brightening. I just take that with, I find the finger gets you more control. You blend it out with the finger. If you use a brush, you take the risk of widening that brightening or widening this light color, widening it, and then it widens your nose. So this right here is slimming and straightening my nose. But if I use a brush, it ends up getting it too wide, and then I can just go in and blend this down. I like doing my nose before I do the rest of my face because I can control this area too if I bring the contour down. But again, okay? Makeup, it should be fun. Makeup should make you feel better. If there's something that you want to tweak and change it. If there's a new method you want, there's a bazillion ways to apply makeup. Find a new one every day and keep your makeup fun. Makeup should be fun or we're doing it wrong. Remember how excited you were? Like, I don't know if you were like me. When my mom brought me makeup, I got a foundation bottle that was like this darn big. But when she brought me makeup, I started looking through magazines, my 17 magazine, my Bop magazines. I was looking at how people wear makeup, and then I was trying it. When I was allowed to play with makeup, it opened up a world of fun. It was like, you're not playing with Barbies anymore. Where's the fun? Makeup is where the fun is. But if you're looking, so when I color match you, I just need a makeup-free selfie facing a window a couple steps back. Don't walk outside. Don't sit in your car. I want good indirect light. I want to see the skin. I'm going to look at your skin the way I look at my skin. I'm going to look at your skin differently than your friend is looking at your skin. All right? And if you feel like you've overloaded, because I recommend everything down to eyeshadows, okay? And that's because I want you to be able to have a place to reference, because I'm not following up with you in 2 weeks to hassle you to be like, so how do you like it? May I suggest this? No. I want you to have a place to reference. I want you to have fun, because it turns me off when I start getting a bunch of messages. I don't even like it when Nordstrom, Anthropologie, TJ Maxx, Target sends me a bazillion text messages about another sale. I'm not going to be that person. And I don't think anybody wants me to be that person. But my letter is a reference point. And if you feel like you've overloaded and there's something you want to take out, I say take out brightening. I say take out the light concealer color, because you can do all of this with your main highlight. Because when you bump it up next to a dark color like this and you take your main shade, one, the light's reflecting off of your face, so it's already going to lighten it a little bit. And then it's up next to a dark shade like your contour. So it's already gonna look nice and light, okay? You can add that punch if you want something extra and you want that lightness, do it. I love it, but I'm showing you an option. All right, boom. Is my husband here? All right, taking that main highlight now, because I put it in the mid of my forehead and I blended it up and into that contour and my forehead's done. I'm not adding bronzer. So I'm gonna take my main highlight and we're gonna balance down here, okay? Your makeup doesn't need to be stacked and layered. That's why I like that I did my contour first. So I can go over my scarring here, and I can bring this around my mouth, up and into my crease, and over my scarring here, okay? I'm gonna use a different brush for my under eyes. And then I could start blending this up and in. I have it zoomed in because I want you to see my skin. Excuse me. But I want you to see my skin and to know makeup should look like an accent to your skin. Makeup will always look like makeup, but it should look like good makeup. And this can easily be blended around. It should look good. If you like the makeup look, this is a really, really good option. I'm gonna add a little more contour, just right there. Take this little end that doesn't have any makeup on and you can clean things up. Sharpen things up if you want, but that's makeup. You know, it should look nice and balanced. We all have a little discoloration. Balance it out. Grabbing that main highlight and balancing it out, okay? I have a little more scarring on this side than this side. For darker eyelids, if they are natural dark before applying makeup, I use Shadow Sense by Singeance as my primer. They have a lot of different colors. It doesn't have to be just my light candlelight color. Go look at them. There's a link in the description. I'm trying to link as much as I can. I don't get paid off of it. I don't sell Singeance, but I use Singeance a lot. And so my girlfriend, she does sell it. And so I just link her stuff because I'm not gonna sell it. But that's what I would recommend, is finding a good base that has a good coverage, and that does, and your makeup won't crease. But your makeup should give you coverage that doesn't have heaviness. It shouldn't make you look like a frosting, and it shouldn't have to be set with so much powder you look like a chalkboard. It should look good. Okay, I'm gonna switch to my blend brush. That's what I used for the Audrey that I corrected with. And I'm gonna grab the small end and I'm gonna go into that main highlight. And I'm just gonna bring this up. This is a light coverage brush. And I'm just gonna bring this up the inner corner to go over. So this is the Aquaphor side with Frenchie. And then I can come over here and I can correct any darkness I have. And then I'm bringing it down my orbital bone and I'm using my main highlight. I'm not using a brightening shade. And this looks nice because it's bumped up next to darker tones. So the contrast is gonna give it that brightening effect. You don't have to use brightening. And then we have our blush that we can add. So I start down outside of my soft tissue, because if we add too much, it's going to texturize and crepe. If you have texture we can't get rid of texture, but we don't have to accentuate texture. And finding a product that's going to be creamy and give a skin-like finish is going to reduce the look of crepiness. I mean, do you see that I don't have a ton of makeup texture and I don't have crepiness under my eyes? My fine lines and my wrinkles are still there. It's there. I can't erase it, but I'm not going to accentuate it. You can apply your highlight foundations on your eyes. I did it for a long time. They may crease because it doesn't set, whereas this sets. I did it for a long time, but if I was, say, wearing my makeup at work all day, doing things, and then I was gonna go to dinner afterwards, I just feel like my eyeshadow needed more touching up, whereas if I use this stuff, I don't have to. My makeup looks just as good my eyeshadow looks just as good in the evening as it does in the morning. My eyeshadow outlasts my makeup using this. But you can use your creams, go light, so light, and set it with a nice powder base. All right. There we go. All right, I'm gonna do my blush. We're gonna use that Frenchie I used under my eyes, and I'm gonna go right here over my scarring. This is gonna give a nice natural flush. I go over my scarring and hyperpigmentation here, and then I can go in with whatever. I'm gonna do, this is Madrid. It's just a little bit, so Frenchie, Madrid. It's not a huge difference, but it's so pretty. And then I'm gonna pop that right up here. See, Frenchie, Madrid. Has a little more pinkiness to it. Really nice for fall if you don't like a really loud punchy blush. This is a good option, and it works really well with discoloration. So I'm going in on that flat end of that powder brush. I'm gonna start on Madrid. I'm gonna smirk a little so I can see where my apples are, because those go away after time too. And then I'm just I bring mine up into my temple and just ombre it out, just like that. Same over here. Tap it, tap it, tap it, and I blend out my Madrid first. Then I come down to Frenchie towards the end, and they work really well. Frenchie goes with everything. Frenchie's not a standalone color, and a lot of people they always say that Frenchie falls flat. That's because Frenchie, I don't think, is a standalone color. I'm gonna use this pointy end into the main highlight. I just feel like I've got some darkness showing right here. Just correcting that. There we go. There we go. Texture is there. We're always gonna have this, but it's not accentuated. Lightness pulls out and it helps. Now we're gonna set it. I'm gonna do the spray. You hear how many times I sprayed that? You shouldn't have to do that to prep. And it went everywhere. I prefer just 2 to 3 sprays on a beauty blender, and that's all that you need. And then I'm gonna take the blotting powder, and I'm gonna use that blend brush on the fluffier end. We're gonna grab, and I'm gonna flick it so it falls into the brush, and then we can go in and we can set. The blotting powder has a sheen to it, so it's not gonna add a bunch of texture. It's gonna set, but it's still gonna give a nice luminous finish. And my biggest thing is right here. I don't like a lot of movement there, but I'm not doing my brows until after I set my makeup. Same with the under eyes. We're gonna grab that, we're gonna tap it down. I start out here, and then I'm gonna come in and up. This is the only powder I will put on my under eyes like this. I won't do any other vanilla dust, nothing powder under my eyes, because you see how it's still dewy, but it's set. See that? And you can go right over pores if you want, and it is so nice, and it goes on feather light, but you see how it has like a natural luminosity, and this side is very, very dewy. I'm oily, and so this is going to jump to greasy in just a little bit. So using this, so the blotting powder has a sheen to it. Do you see that? That's what keeps it from looking chalky. Okay, so we're taking that, and I always start out here, and then I'm going to bring it in to that under eye, and then you could just lightly sweep it. It's so nice. And around those areas of high texture. It's so good. Okay, if you feel like you think it might add texture, spray it again. This is what I'm saying. This is why you use that beauty blender first. And you can press that in, because you know how we tapped this down and the powder fell into the brush? It's just like glitter. It's still there. And now when you're pressing in that setting spray into your skin, that powder's working with it, and you're gonna get longevity out of it. Stand by. Boom. Okay. More spray. If you want to get the most out of your spray, get a beauty blender, or if you have a poof, find something around that you can use that with. Okay, so we're gonna do our brows. I use eyeshadow. We're almost done, guys. I don't think I'm gonna do a red lip because I've been here for too long, unless you guys say do a red lip. Okay, being a girl seems like a hustle. It is. It is. So is being a boy. Boys seem like a lot of work too. Boys seem like a lot of work too. My husband seems like a lot of work sometimes. All right, so there you go. Okay, do it. I'm gonna go in with the color Trust, and I'm gonna go, yes, we are worth it. I'm gonna go in on this lower corner. I'm gonna go up and over, up and over, up and over, Boom, boom, boom. I feel like French tips are coming back. I did an oval and I wish I would have done an almond. Oh, the drama, right? Okay, a quarter of the way in, on the top, just draw an outline of your brow and then flick it up. What was it Marilyn Monroe said? Like, being pretty is like having money. You don't need it, but it sure is nice. I love that quote. Anyways, going in and drawing that outline. Okay. Going in, drawing that outline, and then we'll fill it in. And then I'll show you how I would wear a red lip. I'm not going to use a Saint product. I'm going to share a product that's sold out quite a bit. Okay. Don't act like you're a professional. I don't act like I'm a professional, Eric. And I pop over just like that. Okay. So I don't use a lot of brow wax. My hairs aren't super long. I recommend brow wax if you like the sculpted brows, if you have very long brows and you need to tame them. That's what I would recommend, the wax. I don't use it a ton. I find combing it down, it works just fine. Okay, let's talk about the red lip. I think you need two things. You need your concealer or your foundation. You need a lip liner and then a good lip. I'm gonna add, let's try the Aquaphor since we're here. Okay, so we're gonna grab the Aquaphor. I'm just gonna base my lips so that they're just a little bit hydrated and they don't look, I don't know, dry. You want them to look nice. Okay, I'm gonna use a MAC color. This is called Red with 2 Ds. Red, and so it's by MAC. I'm gonna use a red color by Pat McGrath Labs, and this is the color Elson 4. This sells out all the time. Get it from Sephora. I don't think Ulta sells it. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take that blend brush. I did not do this to my hair on purpose. Yes, this is natural. Okay, so we're gonna take my main highlight. So if you look at my lip, I'm pretty zoomed in. It's just a little uneven. And so I'm going to tap over, really focusing on the outer corners here, and I'm concealing into my lip. And that's because reds can get really out of hand, but you need the outer corners structure to make it come together. These are, again, my opinions on how I wear a red lip, okay? I'm going to take the small end of my detail brush, or not my detail, of my blend brush, and I'm gonna go into my cedar contour. Okay. People are always gonna post, I don't know, somebody asked me if I got fillings earlier. People ask weird questions. So I'm gonna take that contour and I'm gonna outer line the upper and the lower lip. Not all the way out, and then I'm gonna go right here. And this is just because this is gonna give my lip the illusion of fullness, okay? I don't inject anything. I don't wanna say never. I did do Restylane 15 years ago to give it a try, and it was okay. It was okay. I'm not against it. Man, it's a lot of maintenance and it's expensive. So I just don't. So 15 years ago, I did that. My face fully moves now, but I don't do the lip thing. A natural lip is a beautiful lip. I'm not gonna yuck your yum because I see full lips that are also very beautiful. Anyways, I add shadowing underneath and above, nothing crazy, just that little touch of shadow. And then this area is just, it's pretty. So if you add a touch of shadow up into this little peak, it's lovely. All right. And then we're gonna take our lip liner, and you're not gonna line all the way to the corner because our lips meet in, okay? So if you bring it all the way to, at least for the upper lip, if you bring it all the way down to that corner, it's gonna pull your lips down. Then you look like a sad fish at an aquarium. We've all seen that fish. Okay, we're not gonna outer line. That's why we added that shadow. It gives us that outer line look without looking like we just drew wax lips on. You know, wax lips, we don't like that. I'm gonna take that red. Look, I wanna see if I need to sharpen and freshen it. I'll just do this. There we go. So this is the red. It's very bright. It's a bit brighter than this. But having a good lip liner, I find lipsticks don't give you a defined finished look the way lip liner does. And you're just going to line to the very edge of your lip. And you go to where your lips meet, not to your actual corner on the top. And so we're bringing this up just like this, okay? Follow that peak, don't fill it in, but go up to the edge. Do not pop off. And you only need it to go where your lip meets, okay? Your lip color will fill in the rest, but it gives a nice little finish. Using something dense, if you're worried about lipstick bleeding before it sets, this is gonna create that barrier. So on your lip line, everybody had, I don't wanna say everybody, most people, check your lips. You have your lip line, you can see where it comes up, but you also have an inner lip line, and that's what you're gonna pay attention to, okay? So we're gonna start at the mid. We're gonna come up right here, okay? And then you could see right here, and we're gonna follow that inner lip line right here and meet that bottom one. You need to fill it in. And it adds a curvature and a lift to your lip. Same over here. Okay? Yes, the go clean your lip. But it gives your lip, when you're trying for fullness, let's think about where everybody that's ever done a duck lip knows, the fullness that you're looking for is in the middle. Nobody wants big, fat, wax lips. You want tidy structure. We want this to look cleaner than the rest of our house. Okay? My lipstick's clean. The rest of my house, this room, I may be a mess. I may be a hot mess, but not my lipstick. And that's it. So this is the line. This is the liner. And then we're gonna take, I'm trying to think of what other lip colors I've used. Oh, okay. So using that same lip liner, I'm gonna find that red. Goodness gracious. Is it Russian red? What was that red I used to use this with? Is it Russian Red by MAC is another really pretty red lipstick. And then I would top it with MAC, goodness gracious, Powder Kiss. This, oh God. Fashion C10 Sweetie, Powder Kiss liquid lip color. And I would pair these together. That's what I used to use, and then I tried this and I liked it more. So whatever your red is, just get a good lip liner. As you can see, it doesn't need to match. Okay. So we're gonna take this red, and that's where we can fill it in. Okay, this is such a pretty red. I think that somebody said this was the Taylor Swift red. I don't know. All right, the best place for readers is Anthropologie. They're always changing, and so it's hard to get them again. Okay, so then we can go and fill it in, and I can't talk. And follow that lip line. There we go, okay. It gets nerve-wracking there for a little bit, but look at how pretty that lip is. Well, the bottom lip. And you can transfer it up and then go in again. Okay, you go right over that lip liner. And you know how you brought it all the way to the corner on the bottom? It moves it, okay? And that's your red lip. Don't look, you need to remember this, and this was something that took me a really long time to remember. This stuff sets, it's really good, take it with you. This is such a pretty lip. Again, this is the color Elson 4. I have a lot of readers too. With another pair here, and another pair here. You're everywhere. Anyways, Stop looking at the shapes of people's lips, and then when you put the red on, you're like, oh, it doesn't look right. Your lips aren't the same shape as everybody's, but everybody also has a red, like a blue undertone. Like the blue reds are really pretty, okay? But if you're looking for a red, are you looking for the red or looking for the lip shape? Because it makes a difference. But also, if you're gonna do a really punchy lip, neutral, neutral. Otherwise, it's just a little, unless it's a party, a Halloween party. But this is how I recommend doing a red lip. I am gonna make its own tutorial because again, this is so long and who needs to find it, okay? But if you're looking for good red lips, ooh, Russian red is a really good option. This guy is another really good color. What is that again? Sweetie? It's so pretty and it's very deep. So if you're looking for something that's more of a deep red, this could be it. I think I used this as a liner and then I filled in with Russian red, but it just can make things a little deeper. And you better tap that out. But I like a pretty red lip as much as everybody else, but you can easily go too far by going too bold, and just keeping things subtle and where they are. The purple is, I think, pretty. I don't know if you can really tell that it's purple as much as you would think you would, but spell with as if as a liner, and then I did a red lip. This is coming off, but this is not gonna be my all day look. This is a long wear lipstick. It does set, it looks really nice. You can set it with a powder over top. Ooh, let's do that. Let's just see. If you're doing the Halloween look, have you seen where everybody's doing the wrinkles? And then, I don't know, this is so light. But you can set it with a powder and you can make it last a little bit longer. So I just used the blotting powder and it works great. But, okay. So that's it. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because I feel like I'm super zoomed in, but I do like to show my skin in makeup because makeup will always look like makeup. Wear it the way that makes you the most confident. You can take any of these techniques and switch out colors. You can take this red lip technique and do it with a pink. You can do it with a blue. You could do it with black lipstick. You could do it with a neutral lip, a mauve lip, a nude lip. Take the technique. You don't have to take the color, but you could take the techniques. You could do the same thing with the eyes. Take the technique, change out the colors. I like cream makeups. I like Saints because it's going to be more pigmented than any other cream out there. I would love to color match you. You clearly see purple. Yay! But I like Saint makeup a lot. It's so pigmented. It's an affordable price. It's a good makeup. It's a good quality makeup. That's why I've been wearing it for 5 years. That's why I've been sharing about it for 4. And people listen to me sometimes, but I also teach technique, makeup technique. And that's it. So I hope everybody has a great Halloween. I will be live on Facebook on Friday, November 1st. And I will be back here Monday. Okay, yes, Sherry, send me a picture of your eyelid. And Roxanne, oh my gosh, my husband wanted to name my kids Roxanne, but he kept screaming the song Roxanne around the house, so I had to say no. Every time he loves that name. But that's it. That's my Monday long life. They're getting longer and longer, but we talk about some fun stuff. And I will be on full Thanksgiving mode for the next few Mondays. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so ready for Thanksgiving. Don't skip Thanksgiving, especially if you're hosting. Okay, check out Saint. It's a fun makeup. It's a fun makeup with a really pretty finish. Like, you're not gonna get that dewy glow with all the other. I've used Merit before. I find it to be a little bit greasier, but I am gonna try it with the Dibs. I like trying new things. If there's a cream makeup you want me to try, I really want to try Fenty. That one seems like it could be a fun one, so I want to try Fenty. I'm looking for drugstore creams. If you have one, let me know. And that's it. Okay? Give me the Rex. Thanks for joining me. This was super fun. I love getting sidetracked, talking about chickens, talking about bats, talking about it all. All right. Have a great day.